create. Arroz con carne molida. In essence, is rice with ground meat, Puerto Rican style. My grandmother, which by the way was born in 1914, I'm not just throwing the name grandmother, she was truly old school, 1914. She used to prepare this meal for me when I was very young, a kid. My aunt, who's now 84 in Puerto Rico, used to do the same. So I'm going to show you how to do it old school, natural ingredients. Okay? So I'm going to put some salt into the ground meat, la carne molida. Some salt. I'm going to mix this well. And make sure this is at room temperature. I left it out for about 15-20 minutes. So when it cooks smoothly, okay? And that's the only thing I'm going to use, salt. I'm not even going to use pepper. Unless you want to, you don't have to. I'm not going to use it. Make sure you have a pan relatively deep, maybe an inch, 2 inches, whatever. Have this at medium high. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Not a lot, just a little bit, you know. Just a little bit. So, some people have preserved sofrito. But you can do real time without having preserved. And this is exactly what I'm going to do. So, to prepare my sofrito, I have my onions. And I have this preheating, by the way, the pan. Some cilantro, which I chop. The onion for this one was about quarter of an onion. Mix it up. Come to add some red bell pepper. This is sweet, not spicy, sweet. And I'm going to mix this baby, creating that sofrito. I like to add some dry oregano. It's about a teaspoon. Ooh, smells good. Let's add it out. I'm caramelizing things here, okay? And do this for about a couple minutes. About 2 minutes later, I got about 3 or 4 teeth of garlic. You can put 5 teeth. Chop. That stuff is going to give it a nice flavor. But you don't want the garlic to burn, so you're going to mix this up for a few seconds, okay? You don't want the garlic to go sour by burning. So you mix it up for a few seconds. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the meat. And to break it out. Start mixing everything together. This is about 16 ounces. 16 ounces, which is a pound of ground meat. Grass-fed meat. This is beef, by the way. Beef. Ground beef. Some to this a little bit of diluted to it. That's fine. So you're going to mix everything. And you're going to let it cook for a few minutes until it cooks, okay? You don't want this medium rare or anything like that. You want it cooked. About 2 minutes later, see how it broke? Has some liquid on it, that's fine. That's I call the water from the beef. Going to add the olive. No seed, I let them chop. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some smoked paprika, about a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half. Smoked paprika, pimentón dulce, and some turmeric. This is like practically what sazon is giving the color that sazon will give it. Optional, some coriander, optional. Just spray a little bit. Just a little bit. And then what I'm going to do, going to add a grated tomato on top. In essence, I'm not using tomato sauce. I grab a tomato, I grated it, and I'm going to mix everything here, baby. Going to mix it up, do my cooking. See how nice it's looking? So easy. So easy. Let me add the whole thing. Pretty much it. Let it cook for a little bit so that tomato cooks. It's not too much to it, huh? Let me lower the heat. Let me put it to low so I can go to the next step of what I'm going to be doing here. This is practically done, but I'm going to let it cook for about 3 more minutes, maybe 5, a low heat. Go to the next step. So the next step is, in essence, cooking the white rice. I have 1 cup, high heat, about 1 cup and 1/4 of water. You can put the water first and let it boil and then add the rice. I'm just showing you that you don't need to do it that way. It's like this much more, about 1/4 inch more liquid than rice. Let me sprinkle some salt and a couple drops of oil. Just a drop or 2, and I mean it. Little at a high heat, and you're going to let it simmer before you lower the heat and cover, okay? When you see those little crates, you're going to start stirring it, okay? Just a little stir. Just a little stir. Lift and drop. Then what you're going to do, cover up, let it cook for about 3 minutes, and revisit. About 3 minutes later, look at that. See how grainy and nice? That's simple. Let it go for another minute and you're done, okay? So easy. Put some rice. For me, a lot of rice. Some pegao. And then you get, mix it up, and serve it. Look at this baby. If you want some sweet plantains, you can add as a side dish. Or you can get some avocado.